All right, guys, welcome back to Trello training. Hopefully you're not super bored. Hopefully this is useful. And I'm kind of doing this without even just one take. I'm just like taking each one, one take, not going back, not redoing anything. So, of course, ask questions, take notes, all that different stuff if you get really confused about something. But we're just rolling right through these things. And yeah, that last one was a lot longer because we had to go through some basics, but this one should be pretty quick now that you kind of know what's going on. So we just did team knowledge board. Now we're going to go into the next easiest one to understand, which is weekly team meetings. So we click this board here. Boom. Here we are. So this is actually perfect because we just had, oh no, sorry. See, one take. I don't know what happens when you do one take. Okay. So, yeah, so we just had this meeting, which is really cool. So it's a good example. All right. So, pretty much all these boards, this first, list here, again, which is these dudes, these long guys. This, it always has like a template or how to use. You can see all the different labels. See all the different labels and all that stuff. So how we use this one is we actually, each list will be a meeting, basically, and we'll use this as the template. So how this works, and this card kind of explains it if you want to go and read in if you're following along, but how this works is the way Trello has it, and it's not necessarily, I guess we might start implementing this maybe dependent on how we go, but it's, we have a meeting lead here. We've got a scribe, which is whoever's going to take notes. And then underneath that, this is just a place marker for what are we discussing during next meeting. So we're always going to have team updates. It says 2 minutes per team. That's just a kind of default thing. I've got Jonathan, Gideon, Chris up. I probably should put Josh on there, but I'll do that later. Anyway, so, we'll each give just kind of little updates from the last meeting. And then we have questions from project management board, which I'll go over in the next video. And then this is just a reminder that we're all awesome every time. So how we would do this, I'm just going to do it as a test, is we would come up here. You can access options of the list up here. And you would go copy list. And I would name this test meeting. And then create list. So it's going to create a list. And then it's going to give us basically an exact copy. I would come to these. You can quickly edit and a little quick edit. It's kind of a tip. Instead of clicking directly on here, you can click this little guy and do labels and members, just simple stuff. So I would archive this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to archive this to get it out of the way. And now we're ready. Now I can set a meeting lead. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'll put a member on here as me for sure. Scribe. I feel like, oh yeah, and I can do it here too. I feel like Johnny's like the master note taker. So I'm just going to add him to that. Actually, I don't even know if I've added you guys to this yet. I just realized I need to do that. So I'd make Johnny the scribe, and then if there were questions from something, then I would assign, let's just say from the other board, there was a question on how do we log into later our Instagram, our social media app that track or schedule stuff. And if I asked that, I'd probably put that just so we can be like, oh, Josh asked this. Okay, this is how we do it. If it's something complicated, if it's something simple, question that was written down over there, we would just answer within it, but sometimes there's not enough time or whatever. And so as we go along, we'd kind of like use this as just a blueprint on like, okay, these are the things we have to discuss, like, go through everything. So let's just look at this meeting that we just did. There's no meeting or scribe. Oh yeah, and then scribe, the notes will actually go here. So we'll actually put the notes in this comment, which would be cool for reference later. If somebody missed it, they can just kind of look at the notes, and these are the notes from our last meeting. So then we have team updates. We didn't really do that. We didn't have any questions from the project management board because this is all new. But we talked about the HEPCAT session, tie and timber, this Trello training, rest of the year plan, launch plan, and then I went ahead and added these after because this is for kind of Gideon. We haven't met yet, but yeah, and then that would be everything we discussed. If we needed to add cards about other notes or different things that we thought of or you guys brought up or whatever, we would add there. And then just like you can move cards to any list, just like that, we can move the list around. So we have a place list here that's just kind of a marker, just so when we do a meeting and we've done it, it's done, we'll actually stick it here. Go. And to let us know that everything on this side is all previous meetings, which is kind of cool because these will start to stack up as we add meetings as we have meetings, and we can always go back and reference and see like, 2 months ago we talked about this and we never did it. That sucks, basically. Oops. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this test meeting by archiving it. Archive this list, test meeting, done. And it's gone, which is perfect. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to invite you guys to this so you have it. I think that is all that this list is. Cool. See you on the next one.